Hello everybody, and welcome back to another weekly review show. So welcome back to another episode of the weekly review show. Now, it's actually been 2 weeks since I've done this because I have to say, last week was really busy. But this week I'm back and I'm happy to be producing another episode of this fantastic show. It is a bit of a fan favorite nowadays and I love making it since there's so much exciting stuff to talk about to all of you guys in the area of investing, which is one that I find very exciting. Although most of you may not, or I think most people watching do find investing exciting. But if you don't, hopefully throughout this video and throughout the channel, I can change your mind on that front. I believe that getting things in life that need to be done made fun are a really good strategy in getting things done, because if you enjoy the things that are absolutely necessary in life, then well, you're going to be much better at it. So that's why I like to work on my mindset investing. That's why I hope that all of you are working on your mindset on investing. And personally, I feel like it is a very fun thing. Okay, let's head into the video because we've got some really exciting things to talk about. Such a big week in every department. And for all of you that are new to this series, or the channel that is, make sure to the subscribe button. It's the big red one down below. You know, it really helps me out and hopefully it will to you as well. Now, this is the time of the week where we sit down at the end, we pick up a drink all together and we just enjoy the result of the week. We have a look at how everything is done in all the markets and we just have a little bit of a speculation and talk about why everything is happening at the current times. Well, without further ado, let's head on over to the fan favorite precious metals, where we've had some really exciting development this week, especially I can't even say especially, they've both been amazing. Alright, so we're going to start off by heading on to my choice of precious metals price tracker. You can use anyone that is a live, updating, accurate precious metals recording application or device or website or anything you want. A big popular one is Kitco. I personally use an app called AGD Precious Metals. They are a jeweler / gold bullion dealer in the Melbourne city, but they also made a really handy app, and it's not to advertise anything, it's just a very handy app that I use for tracking because it's in sort of a modern format, you know, very easy to use, gives you the ask, the bid, gives you a bit of a calculator, gives you the gold to silver ratio, all the good stuff that you need. So if you guys want to check out the prices for yourself, keep track of them, which I recommend doing if you are into precious metals, then I'd certainly recommend this app. So this week has been the week for the precious metals department. This week we have skyrocketed, especially in the gold department. And the exciting news is I get to talk about 2 weeks worth of things in this video. So we have hit the all-time high for gold, which is spectacular. That is so exciting to talk about and just shows us how much more potential we have going for gold and in particular, and in general, all of the precious metals. So currently gold has just smashed straight through that all-time high, all the way up to a current price of $2,035.67 US per troy ounce. And for us Australians, well, most people watching this are going to be Australian, that is $2,845.55 for an ounce, which is ridiculous. That's just so crazy to think about, given that we've seen gold have a pullback all the way to 2,400 Australian in the past 2 months, maybe? So we've seen massive growth from gold. And personally, I think, this is just a prediction, you know, I've talked about a bit more about gold's future in a previous video. If you want to check that out, feel free to. But I've predicted, and I'm thinking that we can see $3,000 gold at least by the end of the year. You know, we're only $154 away. Easy. I think we can hit there. Given that we've had some really big growth this year, I definitely see the potential to go up there. So very good stuff for gold. You know, there's not much more to talk about. We've seen gold just continuing to rise bit by bit. We did have a really big jump, something like $40 in one day, maybe 60 even. Yeah. Even in the past month, you can just see gold is on the rise. So very good stuff from gold. Very happy by that. And I have to say, I've gotten in at a really exciting time. I'm seeing lots of movement, and it's a really great time to be in the precious metals department. Now, drum roll please. as of what was probably Friday the 6th. Let me just double check that. It would have been Friday the 7th of August. We saw silver above $40 an ounce, which is remarkable. Over $40 silver is crazy to think about. Now, yes, Australian dollars, I know I've had some people talking about that, but $40, in fact, 41.45 is what I saw at the peak. It actually may have gone higher, but that's what I saw with my own eyes, and I was just freaking out. I was seeing silver going up by like 10 cents at a time, which was really exciting to see. From the looks of it, we have had silver, around that 41, 45 mark, which is remarkable to think about. You know, silver has been on the rise. As of 2 weeks ago, when the last weekly review came out, we would have been in the low 30s, which is a really big growth from, $31, $32, all the way to $41, $45. And we did have a pullback, that was a little nerve-wracking, but we've remained just under 40. For your information, I did a little bit of a survey on the Silver Stackers forum, and I was asking people where we thought silver was going to end at the end of the week, where it was going to close. And we had a very, very high voting amount, and we also had a decent range giving us some different opinions. So alongside myself, which I turned out to be wrong about, but just by a smidge, I predicted that we were going to finish the week between $40 and $45 an ounce, off by 30 cents here, 30 cents, very close. But silver couldn't manage just to close above 40. So I was wrong there. We did have a lot of people guessing from the 35 to 38 range, so 35 to 40 range, so congratulations to you. But we also saw some people thinking we would be in the late 20s, which was very intriguing to see. A lot of people believe that we're going to have a massive pullback on silver. Some people thought we were going to see it above 45. So very varied range, but we saw the general predictions between $35 and $45 an ounce, which we are in right now. So very exciting stuff for silver. Platinum and palladium, of course, are actually doing very well at the moment. Platinum at $1,357, so $1,357 an ounce. Palladium back up at $3,132, which is actually pretty good to see, because I was personally suspecting that palladium was actually going to be overtaken by gold, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case at one point. But palladium is up for the first time in a little while, actually. It is up, not super high, but obviously, as I've told you guys in the previous weekly review show, the palladium charts just don't agree with me. They do not show me anything apart from the live update. So not much to talk about on that front. Precious metals are soaring this week. Very exciting stuff to see. And I guess that's it for the precious metals area right now. So without further ado, I think it's time to head over and have a look at some stocks and mutual funds. But now we're just going to take the very quick time, and I beg you to just hold on to this to just give you guys a little bit of a thank you to a few different people. So firstly, the biggest thanks goes out to all of you guys, because without you, this channel really wouldn't be possible. I really appreciate all the continued support from every single person watching this channel, and it absolutely warms my heart when I hear of success stories and kids that are actually taking action in the investing world, because that's my whole goal with this channel. I'd also like to say thank you to Intrinsic Tenders Bars and Coins, who have also been quite a massive supporter of this channel, helping us out with some of the series, with the videos. So a massive thank you for those guys to helping us out with the in particular mystery sponsor box series. So if you haven't seen that, I'd make sure that you go check out mystery sponsor box series on the channel. Very exciting stuff, send a box by them, and it was so much fun to check out everything in there. Still continuing, and we will almost be releasing season 2 of mystery sponsor box in probably a few weeks, and some very exciting stuff in there, I can tell you that. So awesome stuff to come still. Also, if you guys are interested in any equipment to help you in your investing life, I would recommend some of the books with a link in the description. The books are there, they're there to help you, and I personally really recommend them. They're really helpful resources, and they've helped me personally quite a lot. So if you guys are interested in some financial resources, make sure to check out the links in the description. Also some equipment that I use in my videos, like this fantastic microphone, might not be able to see it, and some other stuff, including other equipment in precious metals investing. That's all for now, guys. Let's head on to the next bit, and a big thank you to you all. I mean, I say this absolutely every time. I get to the end of the episode and all my water is still here. So, oh, good stuff. You know, stay hydrated, peoples. So let's grab and get into the next bit. All right, so if the iPad will load for me today, we will be having a look at some of the fan favorites, some of the stuff that we usually check out in the stock area. So I actually have a lot more stocks on my list this week. I've been watching a few YouTube videos, learning a bit more, and now you can see in my watch list we've got quite a few there, up to at least 20. So lots of stuff I'm keeping my eye on, and a fan favorite, or one that we usually check out in particular, is the very well-known IVV S&P 500 Index Fund, or ETF for you guys. What was that even for you guys? Basically, this company goes and invests your money in the top 500 companies, sort of like a share hamper basket, or a little basket to give you as a present, or not really a present because you pay what, $335 for it, but you get a bit of a group of every single top 500 company in America. So very exciting stuff there, and really not much movement. It is up really close to its all-time high, in fact. Its all-time high being about $340, and it's currently at $335. And for those of you who have not been tuning in recently, I don't blame you. This series has been going on for a very long time, but back in March, we saw it down at $225. So it actually had a very big plummet when everything plummeted, really. And it has recovered well. You know, I'm keeping my eye out because I can sense some funny things coming along in the future, if you know what I mean. But, you know, it's one that I keep my eye on. It's in the corner, you know, always got to be watching it because it is a very good index fund, in my opinion, because it's very spread out. You get good yields yearly, you know, roughly between 10 to 15% a year. Dividend yield is alright, like 2% isn't great, but it's still 2% more money than you'd have with, say, another stock. So I'd recommend keeping an eye on there. You know, do what you want. Don't necessarily found your ideas on what I'm saying. I'm not really giving advice, but more opinions, and just giving you guys some general knowledge about the topics. So another one that's been really exciting to watch recently, and as gold has been rising, is VanEck Vector's Gold Miners ETF. So it's a bit of a gold mining ETF, which means a few different gold miners thrown in there. GDX is the symbol if you're interested. And it has been up with gold quite obviously. So I think, when was it? July. So midway through July, it was about $37. And then we saw it spike up all the way to 40. Whoa! Nearly 46. I didn't even see it go up that high. And for those of you, I will use my handy thing, over 23% increase in like 2 weeks. So it's been very exciting to see that growing. You know, it's down a little bit over the past few hours, few days. So not great at the moment, but still above 40, which is pretty good to see. This is all in US dollars because that's the app I use. It tells me in US dollars. Another one we've had our eye on for a little bit since I heard some stuff about Tesla. And for those of you who don't know, if you're looking for a very interesting way to gamble off a bunch of money, then Tesla is the way to go because, wow. So let's just give you guys a look at the, 2-year span of Tesla. Yep, over the past 2 years, Tesla is up 312%. And in particular, over the past 6 months? When's it had that massive spike? So there was a really big spike for those of you who don't know. So Tesla was, sitting around 400, 500 near the start of this year, and now it is about $1,500. So big share. We don't know exactly where it's going, and it's a very expensive share for a lot of people. I'm not saying don't do it, because imagine buying in when it was $23 like 10 years ago, and now it being worth $1,500. That is crazy big. But make an educated decision, do what you want to do. But again, if you had have invested 10 years ago, you would have made a 7,929% return on your investment. So yeah, choices, do what you want, but bit of a risky one in my opinion. I mean, risk isn't bad. Don't be afraid of risk, as Robert Kiyosaki says. Treat risk with respect. So, have your opinions about it. keep an eye on it because you never know when something might be coming along. So I would recommend just having it in the corner of your eye as well as IVV. So that's pretty much it for that area of stuff that we usually check in on. Have had my eye on a few different dividend funds because I've been considering investing in a bit of a dividend area. For those of you who don't know what I mean when I say dividend, it's essentially when the company has too much money and they pay you out money each month or each year. So I thought it would be really good to get the idea of passive income growing. So stay tuned because there may be a future video coming up about that. Just making some decisions now because you always have to think a lot before you make investments. You know, you don't want to go throwing your money around. So make good decisions and get good returns. That's what I like to say personally. Sounds a bit cheesy, but it works. So don't just throw your money away into rubbish things that you hear on the news. Think about what you're doing, and that's when you're going to get rich. So that's my advice for the investing area. That's something I will say, don't throw away your money into things that you're speculating on, or at least too much of your money. You know, a lot of people say keep a small percentage of your portfolio up for risky investments, things that you're looking to get massive returns on, but they could also lose you a lot of money. So, you know, whatever you think is right, if you're willing to throw away 5% of your portfolio, then assign 5%, whatever you're actually okay to lose with, because it is a mental thought. You know, if you're willing to put away $100, just $100, it may seem a lot to a lot of people, it may not seem much to other people, but you say, okay, this is the one I'm going to invest in, something really risky. I'm not going to say names here, otherwise some people will come after me, but think of something and then try and get good returns, but you've got to be okay to lose that money. So, you know, think of risk as not a fear, but as of an opportunity and something that is quite risky, something that is quite big and something that requires a bit of thought. So, you know, make smart decisions and you will always come out in the better way. So that's what I like to say. That is advice. Feel free to listen to that. But otherwise, make sure to make some smart decisions. And I think that's it for now. So let's head on to the end. A big thanks to you all, and we'll wrap it up now. Well, that's all for today, everyone. I enjoy making these videos so much, so thank you for watching. I really appreciate it if you still are watching because I'm sure it's been a bit of an enjoyment for you. I'm in a very good mood today because I absolutely love making videos for the channel. I love to see all of you guys reacting, seeing what you think, but I also love to give you guys some information. So great video today, lots of fun to make as per usual. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because there's lots of really good stuff coming along, and make sure to hit that like button, you know, the little thumbs up one. Make it turn blue because it just works for the YouTube algorithm. Takes you no effort, you know. You could just do it right now. Boop! What does it do to you, you know? Nothing. So thanks to you all for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, everybody, goodbye.